This is my I'm delighted it's snowing face. I'm only kidding. Hello and welcome to another episode. It is snowing outside, and you know, after like many years of reading, of listening to podcasts, of talking with mentors and you know, people who have been through it and done it, and you know, reading like books on stoicism and different books on mindset, you know what I came to the conclusion of? I mean, I can't actually control the weather, so I genuinely don't give a shit. Like, that's it. And it kind of leads me into this, like, the other thing that I almost don't give a shit about either is complaining. Like, just end the excuses and like no more complaining, okay? No more complaining, especially about the weather, because that if you complain about the weather, it assumes that you think there's something better. Go and move somewhere hotter. Like, that's it. Just get on with it. I know sometimes it's nice to moan about the weather, but it's boring. Move on. Like, you need. Oh, coffee break. Spilled that. We need to like recognize either the thing that we're complaining about, we can't do nothing about it, and if we can do something about it, we probably should do something about it. And oftentimes, if we are complaining about it, we could probably we're definitely complaining to the wrong people. Okay, so there's no point in bashing on like social media about how crap the weather is. We can all look outside, we can all see the weather, it's fine. Move on. I mean, obviously, like, don't accept injustices, but like, we get it. I mean, I know, like, I'm complaining now about complaining, but I'm making a point, okay? I'm trying to get up to a point. Like, there's this phrase, it's stop sawing sawdust. There's nothing left to saw. Move on. We get it. Like, we often complain about things that we can easily like do something about, or like we've probably chosen or like refrain from changing, you know? A great example is if you complain about your weight, do something about it. If you complain about your health, do something about it. If you're complaining about your partner, or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your whatever, and you're not happy, do something about it. Anyway, like, I'm not exempt. I still moan. Like, it's cold outside, it's gonna be wet, and it's gonna make for a really fun day 13. Alright, in other news, I went and saw a sports therapist last night. Her name is Stephanie from SB, let me make sure I get this right, I don't want to butcher the name. So it's Steph from SB Sports Massage Therapy. I thought she was really good. I'm just going to put it out there. Now, I've been someone who's dabbled in recovery processes for a long time now. I understand how key and how important recovery is. So I really want to make sure that I'm in this for the long game, and I'm kicking ass when I'm 90. Like, I had a really good conversation with her last night about doing some handstands and stuff, and how I want to be the guy in the gym wearing the gardening gloves, t-shirt tucked into his tracksuit bottoms, and bashing out handstand push-ups. how, like, should also add, at 80, 90 years old. Stephanie was, I just realised I've not got a wedding ring on, hang on. There we go. Steph was really professional. Like, I don't know if you've been for sports massage or just a general massage in general, but they can be really awkward. Now, you're talking to a stranger, for one, which can be quite an awkward situation. Two, you are normally wearing a lot less clothing, and the stranger is rubbing oil on you and touching you with their hands. So it can be quite an awkward situation, especially for me. I'm quite a, put it this way, social distancing was the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, bubble and boundaries, like that's it, bubbles and boundaries. So for me to go and get a massage and go out that kind of, it's not really a comfort zone, but I find it awkward, and I like, oh, okay, but I know it's a necessary evil, or a necessity, maybe not an evil. But Steph last night sat down, spoke to me, put me straight at ease, and she was like really easy going, really easy to talk to. It wasn't like super awkward or like super formal. Okay, please remove your shirt and lie down. It was really, really nice, and she explained everything to me. She talked to me all the way through it. Like, there was no awkward pauses or awkward silences or accidental awkward eye contact, which, if you've ever had like a facial or a massage where you're looking at someone, should move on from that part, should we? So, if you're in the Aberdeen area, Shire, wherever, I highly recommend getting in contact if you need anything just looked at, tweaked at, sorted, adjusted, massaged out, or just want to genuinely feel better. Go there before you're broken and make sure that you're getting a nice, easy massage. She was really good. She didn't just go in and try and beat the shit out of me. She like warmed up the muscles. She made sure that everything was running, like you could feel the fibers moving smooth, and really, really good. Top-notch service. 10 out of 10, recommend. So, in other news, yes, it's snowing. No, I can't do shit about it. And yes, I'm still going to do Murph, because that's what I've set out to do. Coffee. Look at that, my little Jacob. Anyway, I was talking about complaining there, and the reason I started off talking about that was I'm reading this book, and this book is called Surrounded by Setbacks. It's the same guy who wrote Surrounded by Idiots. Both books are really, really good. Highly recommend. It's just a recommendation like vlog today. So, chapter 3 of the book basically talks about complaining. Here's my notes. So, the very first note I've wrote down is written down. Jen will tell me. No more complaining. Okay, it's something that I try and work on a lot. There's this negative energy that comes with complaining. It sucks you in and it drains you to the point where you can't probably really be bothered with anything. So a lot of the complaints and setbacks that you experience are actually just called life. That's just what it is. And you need to recognize that you did the thing, so you get the outcome. So, for example, I drank the coffee at 10 o'clock at night. Now I can't sleep. My responsibility. It's pointless to grumble and complain because 1, nobody cares. 2, nobody wants to hear it. 3, it doesn't change anything. So complaining is indulgent and habitual, and when you complain about something, it means you think there's something better elsewhere. I mean, things that we do complain about are quite like complaining about the weather. It's almost like complaining about gravitational forces. Like, oh my god, how bad's gravity today? Like, it's really pulling me to the earth. Right. So that just telling you how it is. Don't want to hurt your feelings, but that's just facts being facts. So, stop complaining, do something about it. And if you're complaining about the weather, just shut up. Just stop complaining about the weather. Right, it is day 13 of Murph. I did get the sports therapy session last night. My shoulders are given the all clear by the therapist, and she loosened off my upper back, which was, in her words, like a brick. And I just take it as a bit of a compliment because, you know, I'm massive. And then she said, no, like they're just genuinely super tight because you're, you know, neglecting that area. I was like, cool. Moving on. Don't know if I'm super excited for today. I'm looking forward to trying moving this area. What is this? I'm looking forward to moving this area and getting some pull-ups and some push-ups done. Hands are holding up. That new rubber hand wrappy protectors they're really good. They are a bit thicker and they are causing the tiniest bit of issue because they're not fully bending and broken in. So little parts of my fingers are starting to get eaten up and hurting, but nothing I can't deal with. Only thing I'm worried about today is the warm up. So I'm going to warm up real good, really prepping hard, really getting into any sort of kinks in my hips and my legs, and my calves as well. Really making sure my calves are warm before I head outside. Doing some drills. I did some running drills yesterday. I think they helped with my actual runs. So back to the old sprinting days, get some running drills in. After the running drills, see, here's my issue. I don't know whether to warm up my upper body or like kind of come back and do a few really light rounds, 1, 2, 3s, to warm up my upper body, because it's gonna get cold when I'm out. And like it doesn't move when you're like, I'm running with a vest on, so I'm trying to really limit any like upper body movement, because the more I move upper body, the more the vest shifts, the more it hits me and the more it messes up my breathing. Dilemmas. But hey, we get to move today, so that's a plus, that's a positive. You should move every day, every single day. That's it, I'm leaving you with that. All right, it's warm up time, let's go. Alright, it's fast time, and you know, with it being colder than the Arctic outside, I'm going to leave my phone in the camera in here because I don't want to get it wet and, you know, freeze my hands to death. So I'll leave it here and I'll catch up with you when I come back from the run. But let's get this vest on to start with. Oh, up and over. Nice. Oh, missed that. The old strangulation. Oh man, people in the world pay for that shit. Alright, let's get this done. Let's get this done. Playlist today. I'm going with what is called pure pop punk. Feeling a very punky mood today, so we're gonna go for punk. And it looks like it's got some belters on it, so hopefully it's got some throwbacks as well, and we'll all be good. Alright, I'm locked and loaded, vest is on. Actually feels relatively comfy today on my shoulders. They must have been super tight up in the old trap area. Right, run one. Let's go. Let's go. Anybody want to build a snowman? No? Alright, I'll catch you when I come back. Well, slap my thighs and call me Sandra. Holy crap, that was cold. My face is stinging, like stinging. I have to change my socks. I'm going to change out of this hoodie so I don't get it too sweaty for that second run because I don't want to catch my cold. Wow, like everything's wet, everything's cold. Fun run. It was fine in the second half because the wind was behind me, but that first half, woo! Alright, yeah, I can change out of this and let's get started. 5, 10, 15 today. Here we go. Alright, that's that, they're done. I'll get the hoodie on again. Oh, soaking. Look at that. You can see the vest mark. Alright, get the hoodie on, get on number 2 done, and that's it. I have to build a snowman. Look like I've gained a couple of kilos. Just in seconds. Alright, run number 2. Alright, that's it. Run 2, done. And Murph done for the day. We got a 52:26. So I can't really complain with that. It's done and dusted. And oh, hang on, let me get this wet stuff off. Ah. Thought I didn't have it, did you? So, a couple of things I thought about on that second run. These Murphs are just like anything, like any exercise or any sort of habit like that you want to form a good habit or trying to break an unhelpful habit. It's, you know, sometimes it's ugly at the start, it's horrible to start with, and then it gets quite messy in the middle, but at the end there's only glory, right? And there's glory and there's pride. And every single time, doesn't matter how I feel to start with, doesn't matter how I'm feeling during it, every single time I finish that Murph, I get a sense of achievement, a sense of pride, and a sense of accomplishment. And it, you know, it's a really good feeling at the end. That phrase, you know, ugly to start, messy in the middle, glorious at the end. I am paraphrasing that from a mentor of mine, but it's true, right? And the second thing I was thinking about on that run, especially on the way back, the wind in my face, it was like literally hurting my face. The hailstones were hurting. And the second thing I was thinking about was it's a very David Goggins mindset. If you don't know who David Goggins is, what, you've been like sleeping under a rock? Come on, get woke. David Goggins, Navy SEAL, mental nutcase, guy like runs for like 40 hours straight just for fun. But like couple things. One, you're out doing something when other people have like bottled it. They're like, nah, they've like canned it because of the weather. But like, you're out doing the work. Like, that's consistency, that's persistence, and that shit pays off. That's the stuff that works in the end. And the second thing is, it's only weather. Like, it's only a little bit of wind and cold and rain. Like, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely shit to start with. But like I say, you come in and you're finishing, you've got that sense of accomplishment. You've done something that other people won't do. Like, I'm done for the day now. That's it. I'm gonna go and do the Christmas shopping. But like, David Goggins would be like, there's a bit in David Goggins' book when he's literally shouting at the weather out on a run, being like, is that it? Is that the best you got? I made a better stuff than this. I mean, I wasn't doing that. I was like cowering under my hood, but that's it. So, I've done it. I've moved. And if you haven't moved today and you are kind of putting it off because of the weather, this is your sign not to. Go do something. You don't have to go outside. But if you are, go for a walk, go for a run, do something, just move. If you're staying inside, grab 10 minutes, get up from your desk, move around if you're working at home, Do something, do some housework, do some cleaning, run up and down the stairs, walk back and forth the hallway, grab a hoover, I don't care what it is, do a little mobility flow, do some stretching, do a 10-minute EMOM, here you go, here's one for you, 10-minute EMOM, 5 push-ups, 5 squats, every minute on the minute, for 10 minutes, and then you're done. Stretch off, get a shower, you're done, peace, done, easy. But, that's what I'm trying to say, the weather isn't going to wait for you, you shouldn't wait for the weather. Go and do the shit that you want to do, regardless of the weather, right? That's it. I am done for the day. I'm gonna go get some normal personal clothes on, I guess. And we're gonna go Christmas shopping. Head into Aberdeen City Centre. Wish me luck. I'll need it. The only thing worse than Christmas shoppers is the fact that it's Black Friday as well, and I can imagine places being mental. Oh, maybe I shouldn't go. No, I'm gonna go. Right, that's it from me. Peace, love, go move, go do something, do it every day. Doesn't have to be anything major. I'm not asking you to run a marathon every day, just go for a 5-10 minute walk. Do something, that's it. And catch you tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. That was right about. And I'm out for the day 13.